So what's up, guys? We on another episode of With the Scoop. This is your boy Roos by Don, Raise the Roof. And right now we in the building with the special guest. We got Robert Jones in the building, the Jones Design. I feel a little blinded right now by the bling, you know what I'm saying? But we out here, we about to make it official. So what's up, Robert? We're glad to have you in the building, first of all, to have you in the Roof Museum. Just want to give him a quick round of applause. There we go. Hey.
And I appreciate you. I'm happy to be here, man. I love the setup, man. You getting some money for doing these roofs. So look,
hey.
I see your bling too.
No, we trying to be like you know what I'm saying? That's it. So tell us a little bit. Right now we in Atlanta, Georgia. But we seen that you're from Valdosta. That's correct?
Yeah, Valdosta, Georgia.
There it is. So tell us a little bit about Valdosta and tell us about living out there.
Yeah, 229 South Georgia living, country boy, country fed. You know what I'm saying? So I always had cousins up here in Atlanta, so I always been fascinated with coming to the city. I went to Valdosta, stayed out there, then I transferred to Kennesaw, right up the street up here.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So as far as for Kennesaw, so you know a lot about Marietta too, right? Marietta?
Yeah. I lived in Marietta and I lived in Kennesaw.
Okay, so as far as you look like you all around Georgia, Georgia's really known for the wings. So so what's your favorite flavor wings?
Hey man, I don't know. I love the lemon pepper.
Okay.
But I don't know. Lately, I've been like on this sweet chili like vibe. I don't know, like this.
Now I've been hearing everybody on the sweet chili.
Yeah, it's been hitting different lately. I don't know. Even the plain Lay's been hitting different lately. I'm getting older, so.
What's the wing spot of choice?
Trap wings.
Trap wings?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So something a little different than the American delis or the touchdown wings, the trap wings.
Yeah, try them out.
Okay, that sounds good. Now, as far as, again, going back to Valdosta and a little childhood, because usually when people are growing up, usually they want to be, say, like police officers, firefighters, things like that. So how did you get into carpentry?
Carpentry was something that I always had under my belt. So a little backstory about me, my dad, he was always good with his hands, but he's an artist for real. My dad's a true artist. Like, I was just fascinated with like how he could like draw something and make it look realistic. That's what he did. Like on the weekend, like we did little garage projects and stuff like that. Okay. But he would draw it out. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll look at an old door. We'll take an old door off for an example. He'd be like, man, we're gonna turn this to an art piece. We're gonna put pictures in the frame and we're gonna put like some little cubbies on there. And me and my mom be like, I don't know how he gonna do that. So he'll draw it out and show us. And we'll build it, and it'll look exactly like what he drew it out, realistic and all. Yeah. And I was always fascinated with how he could do that, so I always tried to do that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So actually, I was reading a lot about that too. That was actually gonna be one of the questions, as far as for the experience with you and your dad, as far as how he impacted you and your vision and stuff like that. So how do you put that into the stuff that you do now? Do you draw your stuff too prior to doing it?
Yes. I sketch out everything, and that's just one of the things that separate me from a lot of other artists because I can actually draw, and I actually like to draw, and I like to actually show my uniqueness within my design. So my dad's process kind of stuck with me. I took that and ran with it, and I would say he kind of inspired a lot about my business and about who I am today. So shout out to Dad.
Hey, give a quick round of applause to Dad real quick. Yeah, for real. Okay. And as far as from being a youth, you were in a lot of art competitions and stuff like that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Tell us a little about that.
So I was always artsy, I guess. I won some competition, and I got to, like, take pictures. It was on the front page of the newspaper and stuff like that. And that's when I kind of knew I was artsy, but it really didn't resonate with me until, like, I was older. You know what I'm saying? But
how old were you?
Man, the first time, that was like middle school. Okay. And then like high school, people knew I was artsy. Like they'll come to me like, hey, I want you to draw this picture of me. Like they had MySpace pictures and they'd be like, I actually want you to draw it. So
since the MySpace days. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I was designing people pants, like distressing it out.
Like the Miss Scheme?
Yeah. Painting people forces because back then I think they had like the SpongeBob jackets, Minnie Mouse jackets, and they wanted their forces to match it. Man, I was doing all of that.
They do like the fake Gucci's on them, on the forces and all that.
So I always knew I was artsy, and my friends always knew that. So I was always using that, even in high school.
Okay. And you even had pictures like and met the mayor, right? Was that off of art too?
How you know about that?
Hey, now we do our research over here.
Oh, man. Okay, yeah, that was cool. Hell yeah, that's when I really realized that I was artsy, and my family knew that I had something. So I was always just liking to create. Every year in high school, I found a way to take art class, and I found a way to take shop.
Okay.
So I always loved creating stuff with my hand. And I played sports, so I always had to take PE or weightlifting. So
Of course.
They made you do that if you played sports and you was on varsity or something like that.
100%. Okay, so now, say, what is this, 2014? Is this when we started Jones Designs? Yeah, 2014. So let's take it back a little bit now. As far as what made you transition now, as far as knowing that you artsy, knowing that everyone recognized you for that, now turn into a business.
All right, you taking it back. All right, look, so back then, it was a little different. So 2014, I just moved here from Valdosta.
Okay.
I was hustling. I was doing everything. Like, I was selling weed, selling shoes. I was even selling custom guns. Like, I was doing everything. So I think I was on probation. And when I first moved here, I was living with my auntie in College Park. Mm-hmm. So my uncle, he was letting me drive his truck from College Park all the way to Kennesaw. And, you know, he was in prison at the time, but months later, he got out. So I started Dr. Jones Assembly. That was like my little side hustle because, you know, you got to have a job when you're on probation, so I had to prove that. So I started Dr. Jones Assembly because it was my uncle, Sam Jones, and Robert Jones. It was a family business. And,
I like that.
We was hustling, bro. We was getting it. We was looking for, like, the assembly job. We were doing furniture assembly, but the outdoor assembly was where it was at. Like, you get, like, the patios, the gazebos, but the kicker was the trampolines and the basketball goals. Man, we was getting, like, 6 of them a day. We was charging, like, $200 to $300, like, per trampoline installment. We're just splitting that down to half. I was doing that for a little while before I even started doing woodwork. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the transition?
The transition from the woodwork was I just wanted to find like a high-ticket item where I didn't have to do so many jobs in one day. So I started getting into like the woodwork side, like finished carpentry, like inside the house, because I was doing decks. I was doing a lot of construction. So I was learning from a lot of different contractors and just working with them for free to try to figure out what can I learn to make me like
what
a
your
valuable asset and make what my niche is. And then I found the accent walls kind of by accident, but sure enough, every time I found something, it kind of just transitioned. I kind of just climbed the ladder.
Okay. So let's get right to it. So as far as for the accent walls, you like the accent wall king. So when we think about accent walls, we not think about Jones Designs, you know? So what made you get into the accent walls? Was it part of like the artistry part of it? What made it exactly like this one is it right here?
Yeah, when I found out the accent walls, I figured that was it. It's like I love playing with tools, but I like being artsy.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was just the perfect combination. And you want to know how I got into it, like the transition?
That's what we want to know.
Yeah, it was by accident. So my first accent wall job, I did it for free for my cousin. He was the only person I knew that had a house, that owned their house. And he always used to hit me up for like little side work. And I'll just come up with a design and he'd be like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And I did it. And I showed him a picture of an accent wall. And that same week, I was installing like a toilet for somebody. And the realtor was coming
over. You was really doing everything.
Man, I was doing everything. But they were selling their house and the realtor was their next door neighbor. And she came over and she was like, man, you do some other work? I was like showing her what I do. I was like, I'm really an artist for real. I was showing some of the paintings I did. Because I was painting, doing like garage signs and stuff on the side. And she was like, oh, yeah, you really are an artist. And she kind of let me freestyle in her house. I did, like, some vials on the ceiling, did an accent wall in her sunroom, I did an accent wall in the dining room. And her best friend saw it, and this is what took it off. Her best friend was over at the Homeowners Association, like, of this big neighborhood in Tyrone, Georgia, Rivercrest. Shout out to Rivercrest community.
Okay, Rivercrest.
Yeah. And her husband used to do, like, woodwork. And I guess some lady hit her husband up to try to do like an accent wall in her bedroom. And she was like, hell no. I got the perfect person for you. And she posted all of my work and the stuff that I shared with the client onto the board of the Homeowners Association.
Yeah.
Man, I ended up doing almost every house in that community. I was there for like a year. And everybody was calling for like months. Everybody was calling me for like, Angie Lee referred me. I'm like, I don't even know who Angie Lee is. And then finally she reached out. She was like, I've been hearing you getting a lot of buzz in the neighborhood. I just want to introduce myself. Man, I went over there and gave that lady some flowers. I designed her house. I did like 2 walls for her for free. She ended up hiring me again, man.
That's what's up. Give a round of applause for that, Angie Lee.
Okay. She got a photo of 360 business. Shout out to her.
Hey. Now that's what's up. Okay. So what was your highlight as far as for accent jobs? Like which one So I seen that you did some for a few celebrities, right? Monica. We got who else we had on there? I'm trying to remember. Who, you know more than me. So who else you got on there?
So that I know you about to say Missy Elliott, Monica.
Yep,
Missy
exactly.
Elliott.
Yep, exactly.
So those were handled like under like an interior designer. So they were kind of like hands off for me.
Okay.
But I've worked with so many other high profile celebrities, and it's getting. I can't even count them on my hand no more. It's just getting normal now.
That's just your clientele now.
Yeah.
There you go. There we go. Round of applause for that. Hey, round of applause for that. That's what you're working for, right? You said you want a high-ticket item so that way you can get better clientele, right?
Exactly.
And do less jobs. That's what you said.
Yeah, high-ticket items.
Okay. So as far as people now, like celebrities, things like that, how do they come to you? Or what was your first one?
First celebrity?
Mm-hmm.
Probably Safari.
Safari, okay. Safari.
Yeah.
All right. How that came about? I got put one for those. Now, how that came about though with the Safari?
My homie, he was a celebrity detailer, and he was their car detailer, and then I was doing like little handyman stuff, and I think he wanted like a custom door for his studio. And my homie told him about me, and I ended up getting the job, and he kept calling me for do stuff. And
yeah. Hey, that's fire.
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy how just like your network is your net worth for real, right?
Yeah, it
like
really is.
One job could turn into something totally different, but it keep leveling you up.
Yeah, we graduated from Kennesaw State together, so shout out to him.
That's what's up, man.
We're doing big things, too.
What you graduated Kennesaw State for? And congratulations for that. That's what's up.
Bachelor's in exercise physiology, minor in psychology.
That's what's up. So how would you apply that, though?
I don't.
Okay.
So I'll give you a backstory on that. I actually was the nappy samurai for a little minute.
Yeah.
So, like, after college, I was coaching tumbling, coaching combat fitness, and doing personal training. So, yeah, I was a nappy samurai. I had dreads at the time. I had the locks. I used to wear the turban. I had this crazy logo with the swords and all of that. I used to do all I can still flip, man. I can still do all of that.
Yeah, we have to see later. Nah.
Hey, I'm him for real.
Hey, okay. No, that's what's up. So as far as for your social media, now you got a real big social media presence. I've seen over 300,000. That's just on Instagram. So in total social media, you have a real big following. Is this how you say you are getting more like celebrities and big high clienteles to find you, or are you finding them in different ways? And then I want to get into the marketing. I see that you do you teach like marketing too, right? It's not just exactly. So tell us about that.
So yeah, it's all about branding, man. If you want to brand yourself that way, that's gonna be the clientele that you attract. Of course, you do good work for good clientele, they gonna send your work to their friends, and it's just gonna keep trickling down. But you gotta brand yourself that way too. If you're gonna be cheap, that's what you're gonna attract.
Exactly. So what's some ways that you would say, just quick for people who's watching, so that they get some golden nuggets real quick? What you say is like some good branding tips? Some good branding tips.
I mean, be original.
Yep.
I would say that's how I get a lot of my clientele, for being authentic and being original. They see I'm a real person. They be like, man, once I saw that reel when you was doing all that Atlanta stuff, I was like, oh yeah, this the guy for me.
Okay.
So just be original. Try not to, do what everybody else doing.
Got you. Is there like a method to the madness as far as how many times you post or anything like that?
As much as you can.
And that's it. Just do as much as you can.
Don't stop thinking too much about it.
Yeah.
Most people overthink the process and then they don't do it, and they end up procrastinating.
Yep. They talk themselves out of it.
Content. Yeah.
Exactly.
Most people just want to see most people want to see the stuff that you don't even want to show them.
Yeah.
And that's why I think I gravitated to a lot of people, because in the beginning, I was just showing everything. I was showing all my L's. I was showing how I'm learning this, how I'm learning new ways, and people started asking me real questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not just the magic is in the things you try to avoid. So sometimes, like you said, you're showing the L's and stuff like that, but that's what intrigue people.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's what people try to hide because they don't want people to see the L's.
That's the first thing I do is read the reviews.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see what's bad about it first. I'm like, okay, I can live with that. I read the reviews first. I was like, okay, all right, the battery died after this time. Okay, I can live with that.
Okay. What was your biggest project to date?
That's a tricky question, because some of the biggest projects to me or might not be what people might see as big.
So let's say both. So what's your biggest personal project, and then what's say like the biggest, like say like a commercial project or high ticket item,
Yeah. That's
if you did like an apartment complex, or something like that.
I would say the one I'm working on right now, probably.
Okay.
I'm working on this big project, $1.3 million townhouse, and I'm doing all 4 levels.
Round of applause for that. Okay.
All the accent walls, all the lighting, all of the trim. We doing all of the media walls. We doing the fireplace build out, the closets, the pantries, the mud rooms. We doing everything.
So do you feel like an architect? Like,
hey, that's why I'm glad I chose the name design. I'll just be designing, man.
Exactly.
Because I always liked designing things. I never wanted to be just stuck to walls.
You just look at the walls like a white wall first, and you make your canvas, and then you just go in. How do you look at it? What's the thought process as far as beginning a wall design?
It's different for every client because the design is a reflection of the client's personality or the vibe they're trying to achieve for the space. So sometimes I'm sitting down with the client, we just shooting shit, joking, and we trying to, figure out what that pattern looks like for that personality. So I might share some sketches or I might share some ideas and kind of figure out, okay, this is a timeless type of person. Oh no, she wants a wow factor. Nah, she wants something one of a kind. So, and I still want to be able to incorporate some uniqueness to it and add my, my artistic touch.
Your swag on it.
So that's how they usually come up. Even with the simple designs, I like to try to just add just a touch of uniqueness so it just stand out a little bit.
Okay, so we got the, one of the first roof museums in the world, and of course we got Robert Jones in the building, so we want to know, so as far as for our walls, if we would say, obviously we got to get you on some kind of project, so what would be your first thought process as far as for a design, if you can design one of our walls?
We got to incorporate some shingles.
Okay,
yeah,
that's a fact. Okay.
And the lighting got to be immaculate. You got these tall ceilings and these tall walls, so we got to do something to highlight what you do and incorporate them shingles, man. I just think the pattern of shingles can always be a cool design that you can make. You could probably be a roof artist one day or something and start doing some cool ass designs, maybe some Louis Vuitton, Gucci patterns with the shingles, man. You might get you some celebrity clients for real.
Exactly. We actually designed those. It's funny that you said those exact brands because we actually have mock-ups of those for real.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll show you after. But it's funny though. So yeah, great minds think alike.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah, so
innovative.
That's actually real funny. So as far as again being innovative and creative, what do we have as far as for the future for wall accents?
For wall accents, I want to get more into the fine art. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to, start people put insurance policies on my art piece. You know what I mean? I want to get into that type of money.
So it's not even a wall accent anymore. It's a
painting. Will still be there, but I want to start getting more into the fine art. So right now, even that client I was telling you about, I'm making a custom piece for them because I appreciate their business so much. I ain't even gonna speak too much, but we might be going to Africa for this client. So
okay,
I want to go ahead and start showcasing the world what I can really create because I'm an artist for sure.
Yeah,
I love the trades and all that, but I'm an artist at heart.
Nah, we love that. We love that. So now when you said, as far as like a piece, you're saying the wall now would be basically an art piece?
No, we make custom pieces that you can mount to the wall.
Got you. Got you.
So yeah.
Okay.
We got some crazy stuff in store.
Got you.
Yeah, I want to get more into the fine art and the furniture and all of that.
That's fire. Have you made any furniture so far?
Yeah. We made some furniture. We made coffee table. We made chess pieces. We make planter boxes. We make a lot of stuff behind the scenes.
That's fire. So how does that process usually work? Is it the same thing like you used to do with your dad where you design it first as far as the pictures and then you bring it to life?
Exactly the same process.
Okay.
It's a lot of me battling myself and my own ideas, and I'm changing. I probably do like 4 or 5 sketches before I actually build it.
Yep. Okay. How long does that process usually take?
Hey man. So if it's for me, it could take months.
Forever, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? For a client, I try to put it on a deadline if there's a deadline or You know, it just depends on how complex the build is or the punchline that I need to hit it by. Because if it's for me, man, I could work on something all year. You know what I'm saying? Till it's just perfect, you know, because I find peace in just not having a deadline and just working on something that I don't have to think about or have to talk to a client about, you know, because I do love what I do. That should be like therapy to me. So if I'm feeling bad or I'm upset that day, I'm going to go in my garage and I'm probably going to work on something. And I'm going to work with my hands. That's just what I do.
Nah, we definitely love that. All right, so giving some quick tips and trying to make it a little bit different as far as for innovation-wise. So we got Jones Designs. We got people that's trying to do wall accents or try to get into carpentry. What new things, just with technology and AI stuff coming in, how do you implement any of that yet as far as AI, anything as far as in what you do?
Oh, yeah, I use AI. So I'm getting better with the renderings now, too. So I like that AI can do the renderings for you. And I know how to sketch a little bit, so I do the SketchUp. So I'll take the concepts that the rendering come up with for me, and I can come up with designs that nobody ain't never seen before because the AI just be spitting stuff out.
Yep.
So I'll build off of that sometimes so I can kind of be able to attract them high-profile clients because sometimes you could say you could do the work, but if you can't really show them what the hell they trying to envision, you ain't going to get the job.
Because they can't see it.
Yeah, they like, nigga, I'm not finna give you $60,000 and I really can't see nothing.
Yep.
I'm trying to tell you it's going to be the lighting and all of this. No, nigga, you
they got to see it.
I want to see 10 pages of renderings, you know what I'm saying? So I'm showing that. And that's the game. That's marketing right there too.
And it's way faster with the AI too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Without me sitting there trying to come up with all these ideas and concepts and things that, you know, that's going to take me days to draw by myself and by hand.
Is it just, say, like, Chat GPT, or is it like what they have the other ones, VO3? They got Runway as far as the different AIs.
So my brother, he helps me with that.
Yeah.
So that's the way AI going. I mean, you just going to have people running AIs for you. You know what I'm saying? You're just going to have somebody directing the AI. I don't know how to do all the AI stuff. I use ChatGPT.
Everything's so new, so.
Yeah, but my brother, he's my website manager. He's the one that does he made my online course. He make all the beats to all of my little videos and stuff like that. So my bro, he helped with all of that. He the tech whiz.
So it's a real family business.
Oh, it's a real family business.
Your dad inspired, your brother with you?
Yeah. I got the same cousin that I was the first person to own his home. He worked with me. Nephew worked with me. Wife, my manager, she handle all of the expenses and all of that. Hey. My sons be coming on jobs with me. It's real family business.
Nah, we love that. That's what's up. And how long have y'all been in business? It's been a while now, right?
So, yeah, man.
You said?
Legitly, I will say since 2017.
Okay.
But, yeah, we started, like, back in 2014.
Got you. Okay, so it's basically a decade coming up.
Yes, sir.
That's fine. Okay, and really, before we end this interview, we like to keep it, we feel like we got all the main things in there. What would you like to leave to the fans as far as any last minute nuggets? I feel like the AI thing was something that's big because that's something that's new that's coming into the industry too, you know?
Man, I do want to get into the AI because, man, I want to dive more into, like, teaching too, like teaching the youth. And I can just see, like, people wearing, like, VR headsets, like, got the miter saw on one section, then they go into the wall, installing the design, man. I just want to stay ahead of that. You know what I'm saying? So
they definitely do have that with the headsets because they do that for roofs too already. Where you could do like roof inspections, you just put on the headsets.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so and that's been since like 4 years that they had that. So things are going real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with your classes though, how can we sign up and what can we expect to learn and get out of the class?
Oh yeah. It's at www.jonesdesigns.org. And if you want a promo code, just DM me. But you can expect to learn almost everything. You can get a lot of game. You can get most of the game from my hands-on training. But
so with the courses, what inspired you to actually make the courses in the first place?
All right. So for the courses, I was just spending hours just answering questions on my phone, and my wife got tired of it. It was taken away from family time. But I was helping a lot of people, so I wanted to do the hands-on training. So that's what I really want to talk about. The hands-on training, I started doing that first. We started doing that for years, and we did about 5 classes that were really successful, and a lot of students had a lot of success, and they started telling people. So I was like, let's make an online course. And then the online course did well, and like 200, we got like 200 plus students worldwide right now.
Okay, congratulations to that. 200, okay.
So from there, it just turned to something that I wasn't expecting to turn to. So I feel like that was part of my gift was sharing the game, because when I started out, nobody would give me no damn game.
Yep, exactly.
Like, I was asking everybody. I was asking people like people just doing construction. Like, I got this type of job. How would you bid this? Nobody would even give me that type of game.
That's crazy, right?
So I took a lot of L's in the beginning to figure it out. And I was sharing that, and people genuinely was interested. They was like, hey, man, I would like to shadow you. Like,
I feel like that's what's good about the generation now. I feel like we're doing a lot of things different because before it used to always be like crabs in a barrel, that kind of thing. But I feel like with people like you, actually giving the game and giving the knowledge back out, it allows other people to actually, level up to and have people to look up to that actually look like them as well.
Yeah.
So I think that's real big.
And that's what I wanted because I could have easily been dead or in jail because I was hustling a little bit, and I want to show young brothers like, you can make a living. You can look like me and you ain't got to be a rapper or you ain't got to be selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? You can make some good money.
Yeah, you ain't got to play sports. Yeah, exactly. 100%. Okay.
AI can't take this. You know what I'm
saying?
Exactly.
Yep. That's one of the jobs that they can't take for real. All right, so I think that's perfect. I think we got a lot about Robert Jones in the building. As far as for the people that have graduated your program, what kind of projects have you seen them do after?
Man, I got some dope ass students, bro, for real. Like every time I get on my Instagram, I'm seeing some of my students I got students traveling the world doing accent walls. One of my partners, he one of my partners now, but he was one of my hands-on students at first.
Yeah.
Man, I remember he took my hands-on class. He was working like at an overnight warehouse. And then he ended up hitting me after class. He was like, man, I just want to shadow you, man. You ain't even got to pay me, man. I just want to learn a little more. And I was like, you know what? I respect that. Yeah. I still paid him for coming out. And, he came out after, like, working the overnight shift, tired as hell, still working hard as hell. And then he hit me one day. He was like, man, you know what? He like, I'm about to quit this job and just get me a van and wrap that bit. And, man, that dude be killing it, man. He be texting me. He was like, man, I just got $30,000 for this job.
Hey.
And, man, it ain't even half the year yet. I done made $100K this year.
Hey.
Like, it's been only like 4 months in the year. He's like, man, thank you for just changing my life. And I'm just like, man, dang, this shit, I should be charging more. Like, but no.
The price just went up.
Yeah. But I be seeing them just travel the world. I see all of my students in different states starting businesses, just being booked in business. I'm like, dang, that nigga be working Monday through Saturday. Like, he actually eating out there.
Yeah. No, that's real big. So we seen how wall accents can take you from Valdosta to Africa, right? You say that's the next project.
That's it.
So that's real big. And just like you said, not just you, but also taking other people, all across the world by the things that you learned and the times that you learned and that your dad instilled in you. So once again, just give a quick round of applause. We got Robert Jones in the building, Jones Designs. Of course. Tell them where to find you.
Yeah, we on Instagram at Jones Designs _, and we on TikTok at the same thing, YouTube, same thing. We on Facebook, we on Pinterest, everything Jones Designs.
All right. And where can they get the classes? Where can they sign up for the classes?
You can sign up for the classes at jonesdesigns.org. We also got a book, Trim versus Him, out right now. It's the addition to the online course, so go get that. We got the paperback, hardback, and the ebook.
Trim versus Him.
Yes, sir.
Give us a quick little recap on that. What's the Trim versus Him?
So the Trim versus Him, that's just behind the scenes of the online course, just giving you an in-depth recall of everything we're going over and some just highlights of, what accent walls are and how to choose an accent wall, how to spot an accent wall, and just a little bit background on my story and my process.
Hey, are you Trim or are you him? Hey,
yeah.
There you go.
Trim versus Him.
Hey, we love that. Okay, so again, Robert Jones in the building. Make sure that y'all follow him on all social media platforms. Make sure you get the book, Trim versus Him. Make sure you sign up for the classes. And when is the hands-on class? When's the next hands-on class?
Next hands-on class, we ain't got a date yet, but expect sometime in the winter. So we pushing sometime around maybe Thanksgiving.
Hey, do you have locations for that they usually do it at?
No. My hands-on classes are real hands-on classes. It ain't no paint and sip.
A real project.
Yeah.
Got you.
That's how we do our hands-on training. It ain't no paint and sip. It ain't no false wall. It's a real actual client's house. Hey. So the last hands-on training, we did about 3 different designs. We did a build out around a gas fireplace, installed an electrical fireplace, did a design there, and then we did a gold foil leaf painting design and another abstract design upstairs. That's the only way you're gonna learn real game. This wall ain't gonna be straight on the left side, and this side gonna be a little higher. The crown molding gonna be crooked, and the baseboard is gonna be a little sloppy. How do you fix that? We got an outlet in the middle of the wall. How do we avoid all of these obstacles and still make the design look beautiful and make it look like it was here when the house was built? So that's what I be teaching in my hands-on training.
No, we love that.
You get the real game in the hands-on training.
Get the real deal. In the classes in real life.
Yes, sir.
Hey, there we go. So Robert Jones in the building again. We're with the scoop. Raise the roof, and I gotta go upgrade my chain now. Let's go.
My man. Yes, sir.